First of all, we'll talk about your goals in life in general, not necessarily, in IT, and then again and again and again and again. And then eventually I see like, oh, I have 100 people now. Then again, oh, I have 1,000 people, and so on and so on. You have some nice, interesting, cool ideas. You have your own background, right? So give ideas. It's okay. You'll have a lot of rejections. The keywords that I've mentioned are not met on your resume. So you search for a job, you found some nice, cool job, and you see, okay, I need to adjust my resume. I ask you, how happy are you at work from 0 to 10? Let's say you all work for me, like my company, you're all my employees. Every one of you will receive this question. Hi, you guys. So let me just keep moving. In the beginning, I'll do it by myself. I don't know, is it changing? It's not changing. Can you help me? Oh, here you go. So up, down, okay. So just want to make sure you speak English. So if this is funny to you, then you speak English. If it's not, then you either don't speak English or you have no sense of humor, one or two. All right, let's do it. Let's go further. Everything works perfectly, right? So this is our plan for today. First of all, we'll talk about your goals in life in general, not necessarily, in IT and everything, but in general. And then Ikigai, I'll tell you more about this. Then about your profile and the resume, how you create the resume, search and applications, how you apply for jobs, and then how do you pass the interview and get an offer, and then what do you do next once you get a job, right? A bit too early for you because you're students, you don't need to worry about getting a job, but it's okay. Yeah, come over, no problem. All right, next slide. All right, so first of all, let's play a little game here. I'll start. If you want to help a newbie is like a beginner. If you want to help a newbie, what do? I can help you actually, because it's not that easy. If you want to help a newbie, do it with them, okay? If you want to help an old person, old man, what do? Ask them? Okay, no. If you want to help an old person, do it instead of them. Because they are old, they don't know how, you help them, okay? Once again, if you want to help a newbie, you help, oh, it's out, yeah. If you want to help a newbie, we have an issue with the screen. It's like going on and off. Timur, okay. The screen is going on and off sometimes. You see, like that. There's something with the cable. Something with the cable or something. All right, so if you want to help a newbie, you do it with them, okay? Like me helping you. If you want to help an old man, you do it instead of them. If you want to help a master, what do? A master, like professional. What do? Learn from them, very good. Anything else? That's very smart. So basically, you don't do anything, right? Because they're the master, they know things. You can just learn from them, very good. And then if you want to help some idiot, an idiot, what do? Don't be like them, I like it. Or just, again, don't help them because you'll get in trouble. If they're idiots, you'll become an idiot, so don't help them. So how many of you are studying IT right now? IT, information technology. Everyone, right? There's no other faculty, it's all IT, right? What kind of IT? Do you study programming languages? What languages do you study right now? C#? Anything else? Just C#. Okay, C#, okay. That's good. So I just want to make sure, are you techie or non-techie? Now, this is me. So I am that guy over here, this guy, just to make sure it's not the other guy. I am a vice president of SEO at Bolt, just most recently. Bolt is an international company, global company. The offices are in 4 countries, USA, Poland, Puerto Rico, and India. And we are the leaders in resumes, cover letters, job search, careers field. Before that, I worked as a head of SEO at Microsoft, principal program manager for 3 years. And I also have my own companies. So I'm an online entrepreneur. I have 3 companies. 1 is in Russia, 2 is in America, 2 are in America. So those the companies. If you want to get in touch with me, this is my email, shavkat@shavkat.com. And on social media, I'm Senior Dictum as my handle. Next slide. You click this one, right? Okay. So now we'll talk about IT. You all are IT people, right? So why IT? Why you made the right choice? First of all, you can influence a lot of people. I'll give you an example. Is this Windows? Yes, this is Windows, right? I don't know, it doesn't seem like the Windows machine, but it might be. Yeah, I think it is Windows. Yeah, that's okay. I just want to make sure. But anyway, so Windows, 1.4 billion devices like this. I think this is Windows, this is Chromebook, right? Oh, HP, this is Windows. Ah, this is Apple, is this Apple? No. Windows, right? Because I see Apple sign here. Okay, but this is all Windows, you see? Even here, most of us using Windows, PCs, right? Not Apple, not Google Chrome, Chromebook, or other. So 1.4 billion devices means 1 billion people. Every 8th person on the planet is using Windows. So now imagine you work for Microsoft, and you change something in the Windows, like a start menu, a search bar, something. 1 billion people will see that. So they will hate you or they will love you depending on what you did, but this is the influence that you have. If you work for Google, same thing, you go to Google search engine, right? You change something, again, billions of people, not even millions, hundreds of millions, it's billions of people that see that. So that's how much influence you get in IT. Scale as well, so you automate things. Anything can be digital. Today, the world has changed. If you are in agriculture, if you are in construction, doesn't matter. Any field can be digitalized. So you can build software. Sorry, my bad. So you can build software. You can build any automation tools. So basically, you scale through automation. Okay, important, very important. And lastly, maybe more interesting for you, there's a lot of money in IT. So you'll make more money than all of your friends. You'll make, hundreds of dollars potentially. If you become an expert, easily 6 digits. Not even 5 digits. 5 digits is like 99,000 a year, but this is 100,000 and more, $100,000 and more every year. So this is how much money you can make as a junior developer. If you can grow, you can make even 7 digits. Okay, like I did. So it's like very good money. More money than anywhere else. Medical, legal, doesn't matter. IT is more important. Yes, next slide, please. All right, so Ikigai. Let's go. So this is our next plan. So let's go next. Let's just click next. I'll show you something. How we live normally. There are things that we really like to do, right? There are things that we're really good at. And then there are things that make us money. But normally, most people are here. They don't do anything else. And this is wrong, right? You shouldn't be there. You should be somewhere here in between these, right? Can you go to the next slide, please? So this is where you should be, in the middle, right here. And it's called Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word that means something like a reason to wake up in the morning, right? You sleep, you wake up with a desire to do something. Most of us wake up with like, oh my God, gotta go to PDP University again. I hate this. So not gonna happen anymore. You'll love what you're gonna do, right? You'll love studying at PDP University because it's so cool, right, to study here. So this is where you should be. How you find this? There are 4 elements, right? Actually, there are 5 elements. I got one more, I'll tell you more. But main 4 elements. First of all, you need to love what you do. So if you feel that you don't like programming, C#, maybe it's not necessarily your thing. If you hate it, don't do that. You will never be happy. Okay, just make sure. Make sure you love the IT stuff. You don't have to be a coder. You don't have to be a programmer to be in IT. Like, I don't know how to code. I have no idea. And I still made it pretty high level, right? So, but you need to love it, because I love what I do. I do SEO, search engine optimization. Next, you need to be really good at this, right? Again, you're freshmen, right? You're like Still just learning, it's okay. But see, what are you good at? What people tell, not what you think. Because some people think like, I can sing really well. You know, they go to the shower, they sing, and everybody hates them. They say, like, please never ever sing again. So ask your friends, like, what am I good at? Like, am I good at programming? Am I good at like talking to other people? Am I good at singing or like drawing, some arts? Ask them around and make a list of everything you're really good at. And then make a list of everything you love doing. And then you'll see, if you see something like programming that you're good at and that people love, that you love, and people love about you, then you already have something closer to Ikigai. Two more things. There should be money. You know, some people love, you know, nature. They love going to nature, you know, hiking, going to mountains. It doesn't bring them money. There's no money there. So it's not going to be part of Ikigai. There should be some income, right, to support your family. And also value. How much value can you bring to the world, right? To Uzbekistan, to the world in general, how much value? So think about this activity that you're doing. Do you love it? Are you really good at this? Does it make you money? And does the world needs it? Okay? Are you helping the world? Programming could be that thing, because it has everything, all four elements. The fifth element, it's called value. Is it part of your values, your personal values? You know, you have your values, right, in life. You like freedom, or you like something else, you know, you like helping others. So if it's part of your values, then if all elements are combined, you get to your Ikigai. Then you find your meaning in life through activity. Okay, so this is Ikigai. Now I know it's a little boring when I just speak, so we'll make it different. We'll jump. Who is good at jumping? Who can jump? You can jump? Oh, you can jump? Come on. Yes, come here. I can jump, so you raise your hand, so come here. Come here, come here. No, him, in the end. Yes, you. Yeah. Come here. You raise your hand, man. You know how it works. Okay, check it out. Come here. Okay, what's your name?
My name is Hassanbek.
Hassanbek? Okay, Hassanbek, Shavkat. Okay, listen. So this is your starting point. You guys see it, right? See it. This is the starting point. I put this rope. I put it right here. So this is the starting point. All you need to do, you understand me well, right? All you need to do is jump that direction as far as possible. Maximum distance. Really far. You ready?
Jump.
Jump. Okay, stand, don't move, don't move. I have another rope. So we'll measure it. Okay, so this is your result. This is your result, okay? You see that? This is his result. Hassanbek, come back here. Come back here. So now, all you need to do is jump farther than this. Farther. Okay, just pass it, okay? Are you ready? Just be confident. Do it. You suck. Okay, try again. This is bad. Try again. Just really focus, okay? Because you're ruining my experimentation. Just focus, okay? Focus. This is your goal. Just make sure you really jump over here somewhere, like really far. Okay, just focus. Come on, do it. Just really focus. Really focus. You sucked. Hassanbek, okay. That was close. That's not bad. Okay, Hassanbek just can't jump really. But I'll give you last chance, okay? Last chance. Go back here. Last chance, okay? No more chances. Stand here. Just really focus, okay? Don't do this crap just like this, okay? So this is your result. Really focus and make sure you jump over. Just do your best. Do your best. Like, yeah. Just really focus. Just jump as like farther than this. Okay, focus. You can take off your jacket if you want. Now you're good? Okay. He can jump, okay. Okay, Hassanbek, you ruined my experiment. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Go back. Okay. He's funny guy. Okay, now, let me tell you this. Normally, in 100% of cases, first I ask people to jump as far as they can, right? And they jump. Second, I just put the result and say you only need to jump over. And every single time people jump over. Hasanbek is 100% unique. He's the only person who didn't do that. And ruined my whole thing, because what I say afterwards, I say, okay, you see, first time I told you jump as far as you can, and you jump like this. And then second, I just don't say that. I just say, hey, just pass that, and they jump over. And I say, you see, now you solved the goal, and that's why you did it. I can't say that anymore. Like, Hasanbek, thank you. Thank you for that. No, I'm kidding. But normally, this is important though. When you see the clear result, at least Hasanbek, tell me if it's true. At least it was easier for you second time, right? Because you saw the goal, right? First time you didn't know. You're like, okay, I have to jump like somewhere like far. Second time you saw the goal, right? You just can't jump. You just couldn't do it. I can't believe you can jump like that. It's like, who jumps like that? Like, yeah. You jump like really like crazy. Okay, anyway, let's go further. Hasanbek, I'll remember you, man. You like crazy man. Okay, so why goals? Smart goals. So this is a very cool concept. First of all, let me give you a very good example. Hasanbek, this is for you. Let's say you want to be rich. Rich, right? Can you be rich? I don't think so, because it's not clear, right? What is rich? You have no idea. What you should do is like, I don't want to be rich, I want to have $1 million. That's specific now, right? 1 million, like very specific, not 900,000, not 5 million, 1 million, very clear. Now it's still not enough, right? But this is specific now. Now you say, I want to have this $1 million in 12 months, in 1 year, exactly 1 year. So now this is time bound. You have a time frame. Now it becomes more specific, right? You have the goal, exact number. You have the date line, right? The deadline, right? The date. When? So now you have 12 months. So you start working like, okay, first month maybe I make like 50,000. Then I have to 100,000 and 200 and so on. And then in 12 months I'll probably have $1 million, right? So it's very specific. Now, is this measurable? Yes. You can measure like every month, every week even, how you grow, right? How you make your money. Attainable means like, can you really reach that goal? Is it doable? Like in Uzbekistan, at your age, you're still very young. You don't have to worry about money, right? You have to worry about studying. So it's not attainable. It's not really like something you can easily do. It's very hard, right? Even in America, like 7 digits, like, $1 million is hard. But so you make it maybe less, maybe like, let's say I want to make 100,000, not 1 million, right? And then relevant, like, do you really need that much money? Maybe not right now. Maybe today you should focus on your education, because that will give you money, everything else. Education, okay? But this gives you a very good understanding what is SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. So when you have any dream, always change it to a goal, okay, goal like this, and then so you see it very specifically, and then plan, and I'll talk more about it, how you plan it, how you make it happen. All right, just make sure it's not just a dream, it's a goal. Okay, next slide, please. All right, so if things are hard, like in your studying, right? Sometimes you study something, it's really hard to understand, like, C#. C# is tough, like very tough language. So what do? You break it to small steps. Like, can I learn just some beginning parts of it? Some certain types of code, right? That are easy to do. How do you work with the database? Something very simple. So when you break it to small steps, you see this guy, he's already here. This guy, yeah, less steps, but they're so hard to do, so he can't really even do anything. So break it down to small steps every time. Next slide, please. And then I'll give you one more thing. Some of you, I'm 100% confident about that. Some of you are not very technical, right? Some of you are studying well, some of you are not studying well. That's not a problem, don't worry about it. If you're not technical, you can still be in IT. There are 2 examples, non-tech IT career tracks. PM, who knows what PM is? Project manager, very good. Project manager. Also product manager and program manager. So I was a program manager at Microsoft, and we invented it at Microsoft, program manager. I'll give you the definitions. So project manager is somebody who does a limited time frame project. So project always ends at some point, right? It starts and then it ends, and you manage it throughout the way. Product is different. It's an actual product. It's usually not temporary. It's like a long time, and it could be, a software. It could be a website. It could be a game, right? It could be an app, a mobile app, right? So this is product manager, and program manager can be much wider than this. It could include multiple projects, multiple products, and this becomes program management. So it's a little tougher. SEO stands for search engine optimization. That's my job as well. Basically what you do, you bring websites to the top of Google. Anybody uses Google, right? You search for stuff. So when you search for something, let's say you search for the best university in Uzbekistan. PDP, right? But let's check it out. I don't think so. See what Google says. I have no idea. I've never tried it. But I'm pretty sure it's not PDP because you knew, right? You can't be right away there. I mean, in reality, it's probably PDP, but Google doesn't know it yet. So my job, if you're an SEO, is to bring you, PDP, to be #1 spot in Google, right? In Google, Yandex, anywhere, right? So that's SEO. So you optimize websites to become #1 in search results. What does it show? Who is the best? PDP or best university in Uzbekistan? Google. Damn it, go to Google. Yeah, you got it? Okay, good. Okay. Best university, don't remove PDP, damn it, you cheater. He says, best university, PDP. So you see, no, it should be in Uzbekistan, yeah. National University, see, national is #1. Yeah, but you went to the result. You got to go back. Click back. In Google, what Google says, right? So the first result is right here somewhere. You got the 37. Okay, got it. So good. So anyway, so if you learn SEO, you can bring anything to the top of Google. And that's your free national traffic to your university, to your business, to your customer, to your client, doesn't matter. Very cool job, doesn't require any programming, no. But you can make more money than any engineer, any coder, any programmer, because in high demand. Next slide, please. Now, okay. So, let's say in 4 years, is it 4-year education here? 4 years, 5 years? 4 years, okay. So in 4 years, you graduate, right? Immediate problem, you gotta get a job right away. You're done, you studied, you learned the C#, other things. Now you have to get a job. So how to get one? I'll give you very specific tips, secrets, if you will. How do you get a job? So first of all, you have these 3 instruments at your pocket. Instrument #1, LinkedIn profile. Who has a LinkedIn profile? 2, 3, 4. So probably like 10%, 20%, not many, right? So for those of you who don't have a LinkedIn profile, please go to linkedin.com. It's our website, by the way, Microsoft owns it. It's not why I'm saying that, because it's the biggest social network on the planet. There are like 750 million people there. Go open a profile. It's free, it's very easy to do. It's like your resume, but online, okay? Add your picture. I see always LinkedIn profiles with no photo. Like, I don't know who you are, like I wanna see it. It doesn't matter if you like, it's hard to see you, but at least it's a human, right? It's not some robot or anything. So create a LinkedIn profile, and I'll tell you more about how you create it. So first of all, you add your experience, like if you have any experience, like projects and stuff. You have your education, put it there, PDP University, right? What your bachelor's degree or whatever degree you get in the end. And then your projects, different projects that you worked on, put it there. Your different achievements. It doesn't need to be all professional. If you are like, a champion in boxing or like, wrestling or tennis, doesn't matter, put it there. It's good to show that you're good at sports. If you did something in arts, you're very good at, drawing or music or whatever, it's still okay, because people want to see that you have, broad range of talents, not just programming, right? In programming, put your full stack, like what kind of stack do you own, right? What can you do in programming, right? Put it there. Don't just go with C#. There are many other things that you can learn. Just keep learning on your free time as well, because they will help you get better at C# and other languages. Make sure you fill out every single part of it, because there are many different fields there. Whatever you can fill in, just do it, okay? Don't let it empty, because I'll give you a little hint how LinkedIn works. The more complete your profile is, the more information is there, the better, because when people search, like I need a C# developer in Uzbekistan, let's say I'm EPAM or Yandex or whoever works here, you know, pay me, and I'm looking for like a developer like you, like, okay, who's the best C#? So I'll go to LinkedIn and I'll search. And if your profile is complete, full and complete, you'll show up first. If you have minimal information, you'll show up last. So if you want to make sure not you looking for a job, but somebody else looking for you, you fill out your LinkedIn profile. First you create it, make it full and complete, and then people will find you. Local people, local companies will find you. Okay, very important. So create your LinkedIn profile and make it full and complete. Second or last, like third step, you know, it's a social network, right? So there are many people, and you can send connection requests. You see that network thing? Maybe I should have it. I don't have, let's see if I have it. I don't think I have it. No. I usually have, go check out my LinkedIn profile. It's like really high quality. Not right now, like eventually. Just search for Shavkat Karimov, and I'll probably show up #1 there, because you know my profile is really strong. And you'll see how many connections I have. I have like 32,000 people. So in the beginning, now they are sending me requests, but in the beginning I would find somebody who's interesting and send a connection request. And then again and again and again and again. And then eventually I see like, oh, I have 100 people now. Then again, oh, I have 1,000 people, and so on and so on. And then eventually, because I become more and more popular in the search results, LinkedIn shows me more and more, then people started sending me these connection requests. So that's how I got into this big number. The maximum you can get there is 30,000. I have 30,000 and then 2,000 more, so all of them became my followers now. So once you reach 30,000, nobody can send you connection requests, but they can follow you, like, you know, on most social networks. So this is clear, right? LinkedIn is important. You create it, you make it very, very complete, full, and then you network, send connection requests to people. You'll be surprised. A lot of people will accept your connection request, even big guys. I have like multi-millionaires in my network, like really, really rich people. I know them personally sometimes I don't know them, they just accept my connection request. Okay, so you never know. Could be some, you know, Elon Musk or somebody who will accept you. You never know, right? Could be some big people there. Next slide, please. Okay, resume, everybody knows what resume is, right? You have a resume? Everybody has a resume? Okay, cool. What is an ideal resume? Tell me. Ideal, like perfect resume. Anything else? What else is in the resume? Skills, very good, skills. General interest, yeah, in the end you can put some general interest, like you play chess maybe or something. Personal goals. Yeah, it's called like summary at the top, right? You put your goals, like what are you trying to achieve? Like I want to become a C# developer at the global company, right? Maybe senior C#, like if you're really strong. Anything else? The places where you worked at, right? Hobbies, yes, like interests, hobbies, good. Anything else in the resume? I think this is pretty good. Okay, all answers for the ideal resume are wrong. I'll give you the answer. The ideal resume is the one that doesn't exist, that you don't need. I'll explain. You should become a very strong C# developer. So let's say it's Hassan John, right? Hassan Bek? Hassan. Okay. So let's say you enter the room, right? At some big company. And you say like, hey, I'm a C# developer, my resume. Say, oh no, we know you. You're one of the top C# developers in Tashkent, so we don't need your resume. So you don't need a resume anymore, right? So make sure you're such a good professional at your level. It could be, you know, not just C#. I always switch it off. Or maybe it's a better way. No, it could be me. Sorry. Because yeah, I talk a lot and then I touch the microphone. Anyway, so if you're so strong that people know that, okay, this person is good at C# or something else, SEO, PM, doesn't matter, you don't need a resume. But in general, you do need a resume, of course. Yeah, just because you're just starting, right? With just 4 more years or 3 more years to study, and then you go to the marketplace, you know, to look for a job. So you definitely would need a resume. One important thing, size. Nobody talked about size. It should be short. Okay? Remember, LinkedIn profile should be long, 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 complete, full, lots of information. Resume should be short, just 1 page, please, no more. Because when I'm hiring, right, somebody sends me a resume. If it's like 2 pages, 3 pages, I'm not gonna read it. It's like too long. I'll just throw it away, not interested. So 1 page, okay, I have time, because there are hundreds of people sending me resumes, right? I can't read everything. So I'll just say, okay, this is short, this is good, okay, I'll read, oh yeah, experience, good guy or girl, I'll hire them, I'll talk to them. So make sure it's not too long, just 1 page, but it needs to include everything you just said. Experience, education, skills, abilities, interests even, it's okay, you know, everything. Now, there are many, many jobs out there, a lot of jobs, you'll be surprised. And don't only go to Uzbekistan, just go search globally. Now, you know, since COVID, remember that COVID, the virus in 2020, everything has changed. Now a lot of jobs are remote, right? You don't have to go to America, Canada, you know, Germany, elsewhere, Singapore or China. You can stay in Uzbekistan and work for some global company. It's possible now. So that's why you can find a lot of jobs. And you can apply with your resume to every job. And that's not a good idea, because your resume might not match every single job out there, like C# job. Let's say you're a C# developer applying for C# jobs. Every job is different. They want different types of people. So what you need to do, you need to create a few, just a few, maybe 3 variations of your resume. Let me tell you how it works. So you take your resume and apply for a job, right? Nobody sees that. No human being at a big company will see that. Why? Because right now, there's a system called ATS, which stands for Applicant Tracking System. It's a robot, right? So a robot first sees your resume. Your resume comes to me, I don't see it. A robot screens it and says, okay, is it a good resume or a bad resume? If it says it's a bad resume, I will never ever see it. If it says, okay, it's okay, then I will see it. Okay? Very important. A lot of big companies, strong companies, all of them are using ATS right now. So for you to pass the ATS, you need variations. Let's say I need a C# developer, but I never use the word C# in my job description. I just say I need a coder, I need a programmer, I need an engineer, software development engineer. Right? And I talk about what we need to create, what kind of software. I never use the language, the C#. And your resume says C#, C# everywhere. So there's no connection right now. The keywords that I've mentioned are not met on your resume. So you search for a job, you found some nice, cool job, and you see, okay, I need to adjust my resume, create a new variation that uses the keywords that I found on that job description. Okay, so you get a few nice, most important keywords and move it from that job description to your resume, and that's a guarantee for you to pass that ATS. Right? So your resume will pass any ATS if it's relevant to the job description. Many, many jobs out there, many job descriptions, so make sure you have various resumes where you will add those keywords and then send the resume. Okay, so that's a very important trick. We talked about size, we talked about experience and achievements. Okay, achievements is important. I see it all the time. On LinkedIn profile, on the resume, people say, I was responsible for this, I worked on that, you know, I was in charge of this. I don't care. I have no interest in listening to that crap. What I care about is what you achieved while doing this stuff, okay? Don't tell me I was responsible for this project, blah, 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 blah. Tell me, we started at, let's say, 0 customers. And when I joined, I was responsible for this, and we grew it to 100 customers. That's 100 times more than 0, right? Than 1, for instance. So what it means is that you show me your achievement, not what you worked on, but what you achieved while working on that, okay? Always mention what result your work gave you, okay? The result, not the process. I was responsible, I was in charge, I was doing this, I was doing that, I helped this, I blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. the result. What the result? I grew this 10x. I grew the traffic. I grew the revenue. I improved the software because retention rate improved or conversion rate improved. So this is important. This is what I want to hear. And everybody else, whoever is hiring, they want to make sure you are an achiever. You can achieve things because they don't want to hire just somebody who will just sit there and code. They want somebody who will code that will result in some great stuff for the business. Okay. The third thing, so first remember LinkedIn, second resume, and this cover letter. Who knows what cover letter is? You guys ever use cover letters? Okay, it's good that you don't know it. It's good. So a lot of people who apply for jobs never use cover letter, and it's a big mistake. So my suggestion to you, always use cover letter. What is cover letter? It's a short letter, only 2 paragraphs. 1 paragraph, second paragraph, okay? Just very short, maybe like 10 sentences. In the first paragraph, remember how I started this whole thing today? I didn't talk about myself. I first talked about you. Like, are you like, in IT? Is it a tech faculty? Or is it like, are you newbies or not newbies, blah, 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 PGP University? And then I was talking about myself. So same thing, same approach. First you talk about them, the company, and then you talk about yourself. Okay, first you don't say like in America, a lot of younger folks like you, they apply for jobs and they say, I'm the best, I'm like #1, hire me please, and like really I will kill it for you, I will just really cool. Don't do that. Do the other way. Say that they are cool, the company. Let's say it's Pay Me or EPAM or My Taxi, doesn't matter. Say My Taxi, like Akmal, right? Akmal, I love your company, you're doing a great job, you're competing with the Yandex Taxi. I love like Express24, whatever other businesses he has, right? I really want to work for you because you're cool, your company is cool, and I think I want to be part of it. Now he will listen to you, right? If you start with like, I am the best, blah, 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 he will never listen to you. He hears it all the time. Right? So start with them, they are important, you're not important. And it's first paragraph. But second paragraph, now you talk about yourself. Now you tell them why they should hire you, okay, that company. Tell them, because you are good at C#, you did this, you achieved that, so now you can apply all of your skills and knowledge and passion for their company. So remember, okay, always include cover letter. It's just a simple Word document. Just a Word document, 2 paragraphs, hi, blah, blah, blah. You're cool, you're a really cool company, I really love what you guys are doing, I want to be part of this, and why you should hire me is because blah, 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 blah. I'm the best, blah, blah, blah. Oh, thank you, we appreciate it. This is why I love Uzbekistan, right? Tea is everywhere. You can drink tea for 4 hours, nobody will take, is it a tea? Yeah, it is tea. Looks like coffee. Oh, nice, perfect. They say tea should be like a kiss, sweet, hot, and strong. Okay, cover letter. Always include cover letter, okay? Don't forget. Next slide, please. Now you have everything ready, right? You are ready. So you finished in 4 years, you graduated, you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you did some projects, you're good. You created your LinkedIn profile, right? You have your resume, variations of your resume, and you have your cover letter, right? Search Google just like, what is cover letter, examples of cover letters. You'll probably find one of our sites. It's okay, because we're leaders in this, in resumes and cover letters and everything. But any site that you find is good, as long as you get examples and you say, okay, this is how it's done, okay. And then just always include cover letter. If you don't include it, most people will ignore your resume. You'll just waste your time, their time. Why waste time, right? You need to include it. Now, so you're ready, you have everything ready. Now what do? You search, right? You go out there and you search for jobs. The way people search in Uzbekistan, right, they talk to people, right, like your mother, your father, like your uncle, say, hey, I'm ready to work, like, who do you know, like, can they hire me? Not efficient, because, your parents, your uncles don't know that many people. Internet knows all the jobs. Just go to Google, again, I love Google, even though we compete with Google. Microsoft hates Google, but I love Google. And we have our own Bing, Bing.com, you probably never heard of Bing, right? Oh, you know it, okay. Because, yeah, Bing. Nobody uses Bing, right? Only old people. You and old people. Well, nobody else. Like, only like 11 people actually use Bing. But Google, everybody else uses Google, right? And Bing is actually making over $1 billion every year. So people think it's like crap, it's like not really good, but $1 billion, a lot of money through advertising. So Bing is actually not that bad. Anyway, so there are actually only 5 sites, 5 websites. I'll mention you. First one, Google Jobs. So you go to Google, you search for C#, but if you just search for C#, you'll see some Wikipedia article, what is C#, blah, blah, blah. But if you search for C# job, C# vacancy, C# opening, C# developer opening, and these kind of things, you'll start, Google is smart, it will give you jobs right away. It's like a whole list of jobs. And Google is an aggregator. So aggregator means it takes jobs from all over the internet and puts it in the search results. So when you search for it, you'll get tons of jobs. From Morocco, from Cyprus, from Portugal, doesn't matter. And you don't care. If it's remote, you can sit in Uzbekistan and work, make a lot of money. You don't care. But we mostly will show you local jobs. Our local jobs. It's better because you can go to office, meet people, make connections. It's much better than working remotely. Second, LinkedIn as well. So LinkedIn has jobs tab there at the very top. Same thing, an aggregated, tons of jobs out there. You can find a lot of jobs. Third, Indeed.com. Indeed is actually the largest job board on the planet. It gets jobs from all over the world. And so always don't ignore Indeed as well. So Google Jobs, LinkedIn Jobs, Indeed.com. And then Glassdoor, like glass door, like these doors. Glassdoor.com is actually, it's a website that reviews companies. Any company in the Western world is being reviewed, right? We should have it here. By the way, this is your business idea. Create a Glassdoor clone in Uzbekistan. You'll make millions of dollars instantly. It's like easy business. We don't have one. So you'll basically create a website that will review all local companies. People like you will send reviews like, hey, I hate this company because I work there. They don't treat people well. Nobody, please don't go work for them. And their company will go down. Or I love this company. I worked there for like 5 years. I enjoyed it. They just gave me some better offer at another company, but I will always love this company because they're awesome. So the company will go up because of reviews like that. So Glassdoor is that kind of site, but it also has jobs tab there in terms of jobs. And the last one is ziprecruiter.com. So these five websites: Google Jobs, LinkedIn Jobs, Indeed.com, Glassdoor.com, ziprecruiter.com. They aggregate about 95% of jobs on the planet. 95% of all jobs are on these 5 sites, nowhere else. The other 5%. The other 5% are on the career pages on company websites. So you go to payme.com, you go to Microsoft, right? We have a link called careers.microsoft.com, and all jobs from Microsoft are there. If you want to go to Amazon, go amazon.jobs. All jobs from Amazon are there. Amazon has like 600,000 people, right? But mostly non-engineers, those who work at warehouses and stuff. They have maybe 150,000 engineers. We have like 200,000 engineers, right? A lot of people. So a lot of jobs out there. Meta, same thing, Facebook. Tesla, SpaceX, and so on. There are many jobs. Even Google has their own. I think it's called Google Jobs, Google.jobs or something like that. Or careers.google, I don't remember. So go to company websites, search for jobs or careers, and you'll find the other 5% that are missing from major sites. All right, let me drink some tea as well. Well, it's hot. Okay, the last important thing here when you search, wave search theory. I developed it like 10 years ago, a long time ago. What it means is that when you search for something, for a job or something else, doesn't matter, always first try to search not for a job, but for the way to find that job. Okay? What it means is that there are patterns. Let's say C#, right? Sometimes, as I remember I gave you this example, sometimes companies use different types of languages. Engineer can be called coder, right? Programmer, someone else, like an engineer. So if you're looking for C# engineer, you will miss all these C# coder type of jobs, C# programmer type of jobs, right? So first of all, just do a basic search, see, okay, these are the jobs. Oh, it's interesting, like data science, right? You know data science, right? So sometimes they call it data engineering. It's a different discipline, but data scientists normally can do data engineering jobs and vice versa. Data engineering is more complex. But this is how you search. You find a way that, oh, they actually call it differently. So you start adding more keywords to your search strategy. And thus you search and find way more jobs than if you just were looking for a job. So that's wave search theory. It's a little more complex than that, but just for the sake of time, let's go to the next slide. And then you will find a lot of jobs, I promise you. You'll find a lot of jobs. And you need to apply, right? And it's hard because you find, let's say you found 5,000 jobs. It's hard to apply to all 5,000, right? So let me ask you something. If you send 100 applications, right? Applications is when you apply for a job. You found a job, you send an application. You send 100 applications. Your response rate is 0.9%. 0.9. How many responses will you get? You send 100 applications, at least one, okay. Any other? 100 applications, your response rate is 0.9%, 0.9%. How many responses will you get? Guys, do you study math at all? Yeah, 0.9%. How many responses will you get? You can get 0.9 responses. Like I'm responding to you, but maybe not, but how many? Very good. No responses, 0 responses. 0.9 out of 100 is still 0, right? It can be 0.9 because it's either 1 response or no response, or 5 or whatever. You're right. So 0.9 out of 100 is 0. Now if you send 1,000 applications, how many, and 0.9% is your response rate, how many will you get? 9. Who said 9? You said 9, right? Smart. 9. 9 is a lot. 9 companies want to hire you now. It's not you looking for a job, but 9 different companies are competing to get you to work for them. So it's much different story. But, it's hard to send 100, but it's way harder to send 1,000 applications, right? That's why I call it's a numbers game. You need to strive, you need to try, right? You need to strive to send 1,000 because you'll get about 9 responses. 0.9 is just, an average. It could be, your percentage could be much higher, your percentage could be way lower, but with 1,000 applications, you'll get some responses, I almost guarantee you, unless you do something really stupid. I hope you wouldn't do that. But anyway, so send as many as possible. That's why you have variations of your resume, right? You have multiple variations. You found wave search, remember wave search theory? You found, okay, this is how I can find this many jobs. You found a lot of jobs, and now you apply. If you apply, let's say 40, just 40 every day, just do 40 applications every day. You'll get to 1,000 in 1 month, or before 1 month. It's doable. That's how I got my jobs, right? If I'm not interested in my current job, this is exactly what I do. I go to Google, I go to these 5 websites, right? I find a lot of jobs, and every day I will apply for at least 40 of those. My conversion rate is much higher. Last time when I was looking for a job, I got 24 responses. 24 companies saying like, yes, we want to hire you. I mean, like, we want to talk to you, not hire you, not yet, right? And I would say, okay, guys, I work for Microsoft. Microsoft pays, more than anybody else. Maybe Google can compete a little bit, Amazon, Uber, these companies. But normally Microsoft is like at the top. So this is how much I make. Can you afford it? Out of these 24, 13 said, no, it's too expensive. Like JP Morgan, big companies, they can't afford it. Dell couldn't afford it. Maybe I shouldn't say it on the camera. But anyway, Zoom couldn't afford it. But big names. But the other 11 said, yes, no problem. And then in the end, there were 2 companies competing, Bolt, the one that I work for now. I left it already. And then TopTal. You know TopTal? TopTal, cool company, check it out, because they are 100% remote company. TopTal, it's like Top Talent, but toptal.com. 100% remote company, so they hire people from Uzbekistan and they pay like if you were working in the US. It's a very cool company. They hire a lot of engineers as well. You can be a freelancer as well. You don't have to work full-time for them. You work for projects. They pay you, let's say, $5,000. You make a project in like 1 month or 2 weeks, and then another one. So it's a good company. Yeah, so this is how it works. You see, the more you send, the more responses you'll get, and then They compete for you, not you competing for them. Let's go to the next slide. Just a few words of encouragement. This is Henry Ford, the guy who created Ford cars. Very cool business person, I like him. He said, whether you can think you can do it or you can't do it, you're right. So always believe that you can, okay? Don't think that I can't do it, I'm weak, I'm stupid. No, you could. Just find your strength and work on it, okay? And then make it happen. So just encouragement. All right, so remember we talked about this goal and stuff and dream. So this is the plan. You turn your dream into a goal. You turn your goal into a plan. Remember those small steps and everything. This is your plan, right? And then sometimes people plan a lot, like you're looking for a job, right? You planned it well, but you don't do anything, or you don't do much. Let's say you only apply for 5 jobs a day. 5 jobs a day is like 150 a month. Not enough, right? Apply for more. So act. A lot of action. So plan needs to be an action, and then it becomes a reality. You see, dream to reality, this is the only way. You can't just dream of something. There are people who believe like, if I dream of something, if I draw this map of dreams, it will happen. No, it won't. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. You have to actually make it a goal, make it a plan, then act, like actually do something, and then it will become a reality. With this, anything is possible. You want to go to Mars? Possible. Because you will make it a plan, a goal first, like, okay, goal, meet Elon Musk, tell him I want to go to Mars with him, right? And then make a plan. How do I meet him? How do I go to the US or wherever he sits, Texas now, meet the guy, take an action, and make it happen, sorry. Okay, next slide. Now, if you send 1,000 applications, let's say 9 companies responded to you, it doesn't mean you got a job, right? Nobody knows you yet. They say, okay, it's a cool resume, he's got a nice, or she's got a nice LinkedIn profile, there's a cover letter, everything is cool. Then they drink some tea, and then they say, okay, we should get them into interviews. How the IT companies hire today, it's not just one interview. It's like 6 or 10 interviews, a lot of interviews, just for one company. Like I passed about 10 interviews. 10 different people interviewed me, and eventually they said yes. It's very hard. So, and the 9 companies, multiply by, let's say 6, like 54 interviews, like crazy. So be ready. And this is your key. But before I start with the interviews, teasers, brain teasers, we'll play a few games, just to make sure you like a little bit not sleeping. I saw one guy sleeping there, so like just somebody wakes up. Okay, first of all, imagine you're a guy. Okay, girls, you're guys now. Everybody's a guy, just one guy. You are driving a car. Your car is not that great. It's like poor car, not that great. Tico, small car, right? But even worse than Tico, because Tico has multiple seats, Matiz has seats, Spark has seats, but this is even worse because it has driver's seat and one more seat, and that's it, nothing else. Your seat and passenger seat, nothing else. The weather is terrible, like yesterday, very bad weather. Yesterday was even fine, but it's like raining like crazy, it's cold, it's bad, you're driving, right, you're alone, and then you see a bus stop, right, the bus stop. And on that bus stop, you see your old friend, very cool friend of yours, right, really cool guy, you're a guy, he's a guy, you're friends from many years, you have a seat, it's cold, so you can just stop and take him, right, save him a little bit. And he's seeing you like, oh my God, this is my friend. So now I'll not stand on this bus stop. I will just sit inside his car and we'll go together. But on the same bus stop, there's a beautiful girl. Beautiful. Like you always dreamed about this type of girl. You're a guy, okay? You girls, you guys. And you're like, oh my God, this friend, he's my friend, of course, yeah, but this girl, damn it, I should take her instead of him, right? Because he is okay, he wouldn't say anything because he's my friend, right? But this friend, he's like very, his character is pretty bad. He will be offended. He will hate you if you do that. This is kind of friend. And it's even harder because on this bus stop, there's also a very old woman who is about to die. She needs to go to the hospital right now. You have your car, you have your seat. You have to choose whether you take your friend or this beautiful girl, or this old woman to the hospital. The question is simple. What do you do? If you know the answer, let other people think, okay? And then I'll let you know. I know you two know the answer. Only one seat. I know these guys know the answer. Because it's a famous, actually this question is asked at Google, by the way. This is how they created it. Google asked this question in the interview. Don't Google it, damn it, don't Google it. You cheater. Okay, any ideas? What do you do? Just give me anything, anything works. I don't need to hear the right answer, I need to hear the way you think. Who will you choose and why? What are you going to do with this situation? One seat, you, 3 people, terrible weather, bus stop. You told him no. Any ideas? 3 options, maybe more. We don't know. Think about it, think. You take all 3? There's no way. Old woman, okay, why? She's ill, she's sick, right? You want to take her to the hospital because you're a good person, right? So you don't care about this beautiful girl that you never right now. Get older, you'll care about this a little bit. And then guy, your friend, who cares? I can get another friend, right? You take your friend, old woman, yeah, she can die. She's old, right? She'll die anyway, eventually. Not today, maybe tomorrow. Who cares? So wrong answer, wrong answer.
I will choose old woman and I will say to my friend, watch this girl.
You actually close, but no. But you're smart, very close, no.
I give the car to my friend and help grandmother to get to the car, and I stay with her.
Very good. This is the right answer, right? And you guys knew it. So what he said, just if you didn't hear, he says, I will take my friend to sit in my car, right, as a driver, take the old woman to the hospital and stay with the beautiful girl. Everybody wins. Very smart. It's an easy one. Don't worry, I'll get you a hard one. 7 sisters. A big house like this, even bigger. 7 sisters live in this house. And then there's no internet, no electricity, nothing to do, right? It's boring. Like what we do at home, we take our phone or like sit, our family, everybody's around, everybody's on the phone, nobody talks. This is kind of family. But now no internet. What do? So the first sister says, okay, I'll go, read a book. And the 6th sister says, I'll go talk to the phone. Stationary phones, they don't need internet or electricity, like normal phone with a cable. So she'll talk to some friend. What does 7th sister do? Okay, I knew you will say that. So no, it's the wrong answer. Because the way I play chess, I play it with my phone. I don't need anybody else for that. So the question stays. She's not playing chess with that 4th sister. What does she do? Got you. Chess. Yeah, everybody thinks it's chess. No, it's not. I can drink tea right now. What is it? What do you say? She may be sleeping. How would you explain your answer? Why is she sleeping? Well, if it's boring, I could name like 5 different things. Maybe she's sleeping, maybe she's not sleeping but dreaming like about future, blah, blah, right? Same answer, right? Maybe she's watching in the window like what other people do. Could be anything. You need to give me a reason that, yeah, actually there's nothing else. Yeah, this is reasonable. So think about it. But you're very smart, very close. Anything, any ideas? 7th sister. Repeat, okay. Making me work, okay. All right, 1st sister washes dishes. 2nd sister washes clothing, right? Clothing, my head. 3rd sister cleans the house, big house. 4th sister playing chess. 5th sister reading a book. And 6th sister talking on the phone. Just like normal stationary phone with a cable, with some friend. Seventh sister, what does she do? And why? Like playing chess would be reasonable, right? Because normally there are two people playing chess. But I made it hard for you, so no, she's playing chess on her phone. And you know, with the phone, you don't need electricity, you don't need internet if it's a program. It's an app.
Maybe she's outside of the house.
Okay. Okay, so because she hates when people talk on the phone, she went outside of the house and just going out. It's reasonable, it's a good answer. I think it's reasonable. Not perfect, but it's good. It's a good answer. I would accept it, yes. What is it? Cooking. Very good, very good. Because they will get tired, right, from working. At least 3 of those are working, right? So, just not to waste time. Yeah, good answers. Anything else before I tell you some other answer? Or maybe... Yeah, she could. Yeah, there are multiple. There could be multiple answers. Okay. Depends how you came up to your answer. Like you said, right? You gave me the reasoning. You gave me the reasoning how you came up. So that's very good. But it needs to be better. I'll give you an example. Okay. Maybe because it's a big house, and one person, you know, it's hard for one sister to clean everything. The 7th sister decided to help her. Because it's a big house. You know, with dishes, not that hard. With clothes, not that hard, but house is huge. So she's deciding to help her. That could be an answer. Or this 7th sister is pregnant. She can't do anything. She's pregnant. She's just waiting, like almost right now she'll go give a birth. Or she's a little baby. She's just sleeping, like you said. She's sleeping. But why? Because she's a little baby. She can only sleep or cry or poop. She's like only 3 things. They can't do anything else. This is Windows, you see? Windows works like that. Always updates, always some issues. Anyway, the last one, because you see I have everything here, don't worry about this. The last one, last question. 2 doors, 1 door, so door number 1, door number 2. Each door is protected by a big guy, big garden, right? There's one big guy and there's another big guy. One door, this one, or maybe this one, I don't know, leads to happiness. Happiness. Another door, that one, maybe that one, I have no idea, leads to unhappiness. Unhappiness. You don't know which door leads where, but one of the guardians always says truth. Truth, okay, truth. The other one, I don't know which one, maybe that one, never says truth, always lies, okay, he lies. Anything you ask him, he will lie. The other guy, anything you ask him, he'll tell you the truth. But you don't know again who's saying what. You don't know the doors, you don't know the guardians. You have only one question to ask any of them, just one of them, only one question. And figure out which door leads to happiness and which door leads to unhappiness. Only one question you can ask. Any of them, doesn't matter. What would you ask? It's a very difficult one, I'm telling you. It's a very hard one. Is everything clear or should I repeat it? It's clear, right? 2 guardians, 2 doors. One says the truth, one lies all the time. One door leads to happiness, another to unhappiness. You have no idea. You can only ask one question to either of them, doesn't matter. And what kind of question would you ask to figure out which door leads to happiness and which door leads to unhappiness? Only one question. Are you sleeping? So let's say you ask one of them and he says yes. And you know he's lying, right? So you figure out who is lying right now, who is not lying. But how about the doors? You need to figure out where is the door. The liar can protect the happiness door, you don't know, or unhappiness. You don't know where they stand. You only figure out who is lying, who is not. But you need to figure out the doors. Where does the guardian live? Where does the guardian live? Well, they will never leave. They will stay there all the time. All the time, no. I know what you mean, like they go and I'll just check. By the way, if you open any door, you can just say, hey, go away, I'll just check. it will get you inside. So if it's unhappiness, you're done, it's over for you. You go to hell, right? If it's happiness, you go to paradise. But it's very risky. You don't want to open the door until you know 100% that this is happiness or not happiness, okay? Open the door. Okay, that could be a question, right? You ask one of them, can you please open the door, right? I don't know, it's a good one actually. Well, you can't force them to do anything, you can only ask a question. So what you can ask is that, will you be not afraid to open that door behind you, right? And they would say, I will be afraid, I will not open it. But you don't know if they are lying or if they're saying the truth. So it won't help you, no, it won't help you. And they wouldn't open the door because they say, no, you can ask a question, but we will not do anything. I like that you guys are thinking, it's good that you gotta think. Why I'm asking you these questions is because this is how, sometimes big companies, oh, thank you for more tea. This is how big companies sometimes want to test your IQ, just to make sure that you're smart enough. Because you can code, yeah, no problem. You can, you have an answer? Yes.
Are you a guardian?
Are you a guardian? Okay. They would say, yes, I am. So you figure out, okay, this guy is not lying, that guy is lying. What about the doors? Same thing. Yeah. No, so the guardian doesn't, so the liar doesn't protect the unhappiness door. We don't know. He can protect the happiness door. We don't know that. They can stay anywhere. So you can only figure out if they are a liar or not, but you can't figure out the door with that question. You need to ask a question that will give you the answer to which door. And the hint, I'll give you a hint. You shouldn't care about if they're lying or not. You should care about the doors. Ask something about the doors. For the sake of time, I'll give you maybe 2 more minutes and then I'll give you the right answer. Think about it. Okay, yes? Of course I can. Do you want me to repeat all 3 questions maybe? Maybe the whole lecture? Okay, just one last time. 2 doors, 2 guardians. You don't know which guardian protects which door. One door is happiness, this one or that one. Another is unhappiness. One guardian is saying the truth, another guardian is lying all the time. All the time saying the truth, all the time lying. You need to ask only one question to any of them, this one or that one, doesn't matter. And figure out which door leads to happiness and which door leads to unhappiness. What question would you ask? It's not an easy one, it's a hard one. Okay, I think I gave you enough chances. You didn't answer, that's okay, because nobody answers this. It's very hard, unless you found it on the internet. That's cheating, so I don't care about that one. But with your brain, it's really hard to answer. But if you do, then I'm 100%, I will say that you're smart. You got an answer? It's working. Perfect, thank you so much. You guys are great. You see, IT university, you know IT stuff, so you figured it out. Other universities probably think like, I have been to places, where nothing worked. One place there was no light. That's okay though, we made it fun. We would sit like in darkness, and I was just speaking there. But it's fun. Anyway, so the right answer. Just listen carefully, okay? I'll ask this. Any of them, doesn't matter. Yes. Did you find it or what? You came up with this or you found it? No, you can't. Okay, you can. Say it.
If I were to answer...
To ask.
If I were to ask the question to the door, for example, which one?
Oh, thank you. So, yes? Oh, yeah. This is for camera. You see, it's a separate mic.
Yeah.
Oh, I have it too. Yeah.
If I were to ask which door is to leads to happiness, which guardian would you ask?
No, it's weird.
I mean, if
Where did you find it? What kind of stupid site is that? It's like wrong. Lie and the truth tell. I don't know, it's wrong. Okay, I'll tell you the right answer.
yeah, okay.
Forget that site. Okay, so I'll ask any of them, doesn't matter. Let's say this guy. I'll ask them. If I ask the other guy,
Yeah,
right? Is this how it says?
yeah.
Yeah, if I ask the other guy about the door behind him, like if I ask the other guy, which door leads to happiness? Which door he will show me? If I ask the other guardian, so I'm asking the guardian, if I ask the other guardian, which door leads to happiness? Which door he will show me, right? So now, listen, whatever the answer is, doesn't matter what they say, you always choose the other door. Explain you why. Let's say there are only two possible options here, right? First option, the guy who I'm asking is a liar. Second option, the guy who I'm asking is not a liar. First option, take first option, he's a liar, right? I'm asking him, if I ask the other guy, not liar, which door leads to happiness, which door he will point at? And he would say, that door. Because that guy will tell me the truth, right? But this guy will not. So whatever this guy will point me to that door, but because he's lying, he would say, no, that door. That's why I'm choosing the other door. Option number two, he's not a liar, he's saying the truth. And I'm asking him, okay, you're not a liar, I know it now, right? Doesn't matter, I don't know, of course. But I'm asking him, if I ask the other guy, which door leads to happiness, which door he will show me? He would say, he will show you that door. But because he's telling me the truth, right? But this guy is lying. That's why whatever he shows is going to be the wrong door. So again, I'm choosing the other door. So you ask this question, no matter what the answer is, you choose the other door, and you'll find the happiness door. Okay? This is actually close to programming. This is how programming works, right? If, else. So the two options, if, and then else, and else. Okay? All right, so I know it's hard. Don't worry about it. Most of the time, people will not ask you these brain teaser questions. Good job, man. Very good. At least, you know what? If you're good at finding stuff on Google, that's all you need. You don't even need to be smart, because Google is smart. So, but learn how to find stuff. Learn how to make your query, right? Your keywords, how do you use it? Use sorting and filtering in the results. Make sure you understand the results. Is this website is trustworthy? Is it like a good website, good resource or not? Because search skills is probably the most important skill, the search skill today. Because there's so much information out there. If you learn how to find it, you'll always succeed. You don't need to be smart, you need to just find the information and then say it. Okay? So good job at finding it. Anyway, so normally they don't ask you these brain teaser questions. They ask you three types of questions actually. Behavioral, hypothetical, and probing. It's not here. Actually, one of it is here. Behavioral questions. So number one question they ask you all the time in the interview. Please tell me about yourself. Who can answer that? Who wants to answer? Who can answer the question, please tell me about yourself? Okay, no brave people in this audience. You can, okay, one brave person. It's not enough. It should be like at least 10 people. Tell me about yourself. Yes. And Mike, you have a mic? You got a mic? That's okay, you can. Yeah. Oh, actually, I can give you.
My full name is Shavkat Salim.
Okay.
Oling. I come from Samarkand. I am 21 years old. Currently, I am studying at PTB University at pre-foundation course.
That's it?
My hobbies are playing chess and watching my favorite films.
Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. But it's boring as hell. Very boring. Anybody I ask right now will tell me, my name is this, I'm that many years old, I study here, my interest is playing chess or doing blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is so boring, I can't believe this. But I know it's not you boring. Anybody who I ask will do the same thing. Anybody who passes this, goes to these interviews, normally do the same thing, right? Don't do that. Tell me something interesting about yourself, something that I would be excited about, something that you can do, nobody else can, right? Something that interesting that maybe people can do it, but I might never hear about this before I met you. Right? Tell me something exciting, okay? This, you see, when you start talking to people, you kind of sell yourself, because there are, like you, there are 100 other candidates. I will talk to them every day for 5 hours, every day. People tell me, my name is this, so you like them, right? But if you tell me something else, like maybe you wouldn't even mention your name. Why would you mention your name? I know your name, I saw your resume. Age, never use your age, by the way, especially in America. Because if I don't hire you, you hire a lawyer and go to court and say, you know, they didn't hire me because I'm only 21 years old or whatever, because I'm too young. And that's discrimination, right? I can't do this. I can only not hire you because you're not professional enough. But you gave me your age, I don't want to hear your age, especially if you're old, like me, right? If I tell them I'm like 45 years old and they don't hire me, I say, oh, they want young people, they didn't hire me. Okay, I'll go to court, millions of bucks. I don't need to work for that, I'll just get millions of bucks. So don't use any personal information, right? Your age, your family status, your address, your religion, your political views. Don't say that. Just talk about what you're really passionate about in your life. How you became who you are. How you fought for your life. It's always interesting. Stories are always interesting. Tell me a story about yourself, like how you came into, how did you come to this university, right? There was some competition probably, right? You passed some exams, right? Tell me how you prepared for those exams, how hard it was, how you graduated from the PDP University, your maybe first job, like it was maybe something unique, how you found it. Like something interesting, okay? Something that I want to go home and tell my family, like, oh, you know, I met this guy, very cool guy. He told me something about himself that nobody else, everybody else is like, my name is this, blah, blah. So, but he was unique. Like, make sure, this is your first advantage, right? This is your first chance to make this first impression. You know, they say you will never have a second chance to have first impression, right? So this is your first impression chance. Make sure you talk about yourself in an interesting way. Second question they ask, tell me about your biggest achievement in your life. The biggest achievement. It's a harder one, right? Tell them about yourself is easy, but now achievement, and especially at your age, right? You didn't achieve much, right? You're just starting, then do some big things. Like if they ask me, I can tell them a lot of big things. Like I created a social network with 400,000 people called Zorker. Me and my partner, my friend, Japanese guy, Naoki. So we created it. It was huge. It was like 20,000 registrations every day. And then Facebook attacked us and shut us down through SEC, Securities Exchange Committee. I shouldn't say it on camera, damn it. I always say a lot of stuff that I shouldn't say. Or I was one of the biggest web directory owners on the planet at some point, right? Web directories, the biggest one. It's rare you see people like that, right? So, but at your age, you can talk about something that you achieved at your level, like, you know, in education. Maybe you're top 1% in your university. That's very interesting. You would say like, hey, my name is this, I'm the top 1% in the PDP University. PDP University, by the way, is the best university in Uzbekistan, because you'll hire somebody to make it happen on Google, right? Third question they ask. So prepare that achievement that's not lame. Lame means like, it should be impressive, okay? Like one guy told me, you know what, my achievement recently, I've painted this wall to the red color by myself, all by myself, just painted the wall. Not impressive. Like anybody can do that. Like why are you saying that, right? Okay, next question they ask, third question. Tell me about the biggest failure in your life. Failure, okay? What went wrong? If you say, you know what, I don't have any failures, I think I'm, you know, really kind of doing well, I will not trust you. Anybody, we're humans, right? We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Anybody had failures in their lives. If you're not telling me one, I'm not thinking well about you, because you might be lying or something. So prepare a story as well, how you failed, but mainly, most importantly, what you have learned from your failure, the lesson. Okay, let's say they gave you an assignment, you didn't do it well, you failed, right? But be honest about it. It's okay, because you know, when you say stuff like that in the interview, I see that you're a human. You're not some robot, you're not some perfect person who doesn't even exist. But you're an actual human who fails sometimes, but you learned it. You said, okay, I learned this lesson. I will never do this failure again because I've learned it. And so you tell me the story again, I feel emotionally connected to you. So that will help you. And one more example of behavioral question, they might ask you like, how do you resolve conflicts? We're all humans. I'm pretty sure here in this room, some people like each other, some people hate each other. Some people are friends, some people are enemies, right? So with those enemies, at work, you will always have somebody who you don't like. It's okay, it's normal because we're humans. You might like them, but you might have conflicts still because different views, right? You need to solve one problem, technical problem. This guy has different views. He says, we should do it this way. And you say, no, we should do it this way, right? This is a conflict. So you give me a story about how you had this kind of conflict and how you resolved it. What happened in the end? This second part is most important. I want to make sure that you will have conflicts. I'm 100% confident at work you will have conflicts. Anybody has it. It's normal, it's okay. But most importantly is how you resolve those. How in the end, you don't have to be right. It's okay to be wrong. But it's good to make sure that you don't fight, you don't create some issues for the company, right? You don't become enemies forever. You find a solution. If you're wrong, you say, okay, I'm wrong. I think your solution is better. If you're right, you can prove it. You can bring arguments and say, listen, I think I'm right because this, this, and that. These are 5 arguments or one argument that shows that we should do it this way, right? So you are able to talk to people with no emotions, no like you hate me, I hate you. I'll go bring my brothers. We'll meet you in the street. Nobody needs to hire people like that because then no work will happen. So just make sure you are intelligent enough and behave well to solve solutions. So this is all behavioral. Now hypothetical questions are very different. So for you, by the way, there will be whiteboard. Because you're programmers, there will be whiteboard. If you don't know lead code, L-E-E-T-C-O-D-E, lead code, go find it because that's all you need to pass any interview. Google, Microsoft, Amazon, doesn't matter. If you're good at lead code, you'll pass like 80% of the exercises there. You'll get a job easily because this is the best resource for you to learn how to pass the whiteboard coding exams, right? They'll give you an assignment, a whiteboard, you'll start writing the code, and they'll see how good this code is, does it work, is it elegant enough, all these things. So, but for us, for non-coders, there are hypothetical questions. So they ask us something like, how would you do this? How would you do that? Like at Facebook, they ask me, we are launching Facebook jobs, right, on Facebook. How would you launch it? Like, let's say you're a PM, how would you do that? And then I would answer that, but by the way, never answer this type of questions right away because you have no data. If you start answering, right away you failed. So what you need to do is to ask clarifying questions, right? So you tell them, okay, Facebook jobs, okay, I got it. Why are we doing this? How would we measure the success of this? Who are our customers? Can we break those customers down like others, like job seekers, or are those employers, the companies? Are they both of them? And so on and so on and so on. Then you measure the market, the revenues potentially, how would you do all of that stuff? So this is how you answer. Main thing with the interviews, practice, practice, practice. Even with each other. Like one would be interview, another would be interviewing candidate, and just keep asking this type of questions, tell me about yourself, your achievement, your failure, how you resolve conflicts, give me some, hypothetical solution to something, and the other person answers. And then you switch roles, and then the other way around. The more you practice, the easier it's gonna be for you, right? Like for me, this is, maybe 7th or 8th time that I'm doing these master classes. For me, it's so easy now because it's here. I don't even need this, and my voice is not trembling. When I was first time doing this, just like a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, when I first came to Tashkent, I was like, guys, master class. Okay, we'll start a master class. So I was so worried, because I didn't have practice. Right now, I did it so many times. I don't care. Right? I know how to do it. I have it in my mind. So be practiced, and that will create calmness and confidence. So when a person in the interview is really confident, when they're looking into my eye, they're saying things with no problem, then I believe them. I think I should hire them because, versus somebody who's like looking around like, about myself. Okay. I have no idea what to say. So because they didn't practice, right? If you answer this question about yourself, about the achievement many times to your friends, to other companies, doesn't matter, I wake you up at night, you will wake up and tell me no problem, like right away. So just practice, practice. One more thing, very important, talk about them more than you talk about yourself. Research the company. So once you see now it's not a lot of companies, could be only 9, could be only 1, or could be only 2. All you need to do is go to Glassdoor, go to internet, search for that company, find their website, learn about them. Every company has About Us page. See who are the leaders, who are the owners of the company, top management. Learn about their philosophy, their mission in life, at work as well. And just make sure you talk about that stuff in the interview, because you'll send them a message saying that, hey, you know what, I spent time to study you, to learn who you are as a company, and that's why I want to work for you. Take advantage over all other candidates, because you made the research, you work on them. FFF stands for Feed Fire Function. I'll explain, don't worry. This is how I hire people, and I learned it for another person, multimillionaire, really, really cool guy. He taught me how to do this. It's an amazing concept. And from the other end, as a candidate, you will learn how to pass this FFF thing. So fit, fire, function. Fit means cultural fit. Different types of companies out there. Every company has its own culture, right? Let's say in America, there are a lot of companies who are achievers, who are all about results. They work hard. They work like 12, maybe 14 hours every day. Achieve, and like really results. Every week at the company I worked for, we would look at our graphics, right? Are we growing up or are we going down? If we're going down, then it's like we gotta work even harder. If we go up, we need to go even higher and higher and higher. That's American style, right? Really, it's a culture. In Sweden, I worked in Belgium. I lived in Belgium, in Sweden, in France, in Canada, even in Guatemala, in Russia, so many places, Turkey, Afghanistan. So when I worked in Sweden, Swedes are different. They don't work hard, they work smart. They say, we don't want to work like more than 4 hours a day, maybe 6 hours at most. So they relax all the time, they drink, not tea, but stronger alcohol stuff. We even had sauna in our office, right? Like so much they're relaxed. But they're successful. But it's a different culture. You should choose, you want to work there or here? You want to be an achiever, or you want to be like, laid back, relaxed type of company? Let me drink some tea. So I'm more like on the laid back stuff, so I drink tea and I'm like that. Okay, so you research the company. Fit, I look at you. If you are laid back, if you're talking like slow, not an achiever, but smart guy, you'll fit our culture, if I'm in Sweden. If you're the same way and I'm in America, you will not fit, because I need an achiever. I need somebody who is like really fast, really working hard-working person, not like laid-back smart guy. Okay, even if you're not that smart, it's okay. But if you're smart and fast, even better. But if you're smart and fast, I will not hire you in Sweden, because you will ruin my culture. You will be pushing everybody, let's do this, let's do that. No, we don't want that. We want to drink some, coffee. So relax. Fit, okay? Make sure you fit the company's culture. The way to figure out their culture is, first of all, go to their website, read about their mission and everything. Second of all, find people who work there and ask them, describe me the culture of your company. They'll tell you the work style, the mission and everything. Fire, very important. Sometimes, people come to the interview, I've seen it so many times. They talk, they're smart, they know their stuff, everything is great, but no fire in their eyes. They're like, yeah, I'm good at this stuff. Yeah, I love this C#. Yeah. When you say I love this can be like, I love this stuff, right? It should be, I love this stuff. Like, damn, C# is the best language out there. So then I see the fire in your eyes, right? I see that, oh, this guy is passionate. Show me the passion. Show me that you really love what you're doing. Because in my company, not my personal company, but any company that I work for, people work for years, right? They get tired, they have a lot of old people, they have no passion left, right? And then you come, young person from the university, a lot of, energy, fresh eyes, like you see things differently. We see it the same way because, we've seen it so many times, right? You come, you see it for the first time. So you have some good ideas, new ideas, fresh stuff. So that's why we hired you. We value your new vision. So it's going to be only 3 months. 3 months later, you're going to be like us. You'll know everything, like, I know this stuff. But once you knew, that's very valuable. But show me the passion. Show me that you're really fond of this kind of stuff. You love this stuff. And function is basically your expertise, right? Are you good at programming? Because you can have a lot of fire, very passionate guy or girl. You can have like fit, you like us, like in our company, right? You like exactly the same culture, but you know, you don't know how to code, so we still wouldn't hire you because you need to have expertise. So fit, fire, function, okay? And that's it. This is about interviews. Let's go to the next slide. Hopefully, you know, you started with LinkedIn profile, resume, cover letter, remember? Then you search for a job, you applied, you get some responses. Then you went to the interview process, you passed some interviews, and what happens next? You get an offer. Most desirable part of this whole process, somebody tells you, we want to hire you, right? What do you do? You get an offer, what do you do? Thank you, right? You accept it, right? So, oh, I'm happy. Why? You ask them why? Why would you ask them why? Why are you hiring me? I'm a stupid guy. I hate my job. I hate you. I don't know why I applied. I know how I passed the interview. I'm actually stupid. I don't know. So why are you hiring me? No, don't ask them why. But negotiate. Don't accept it right away. Why? Because normally a company gives you about 20% lower than you deserve. Why? Because, you know, like in the bazaar, you need to trade, right? You negotiate. Like in the bazaar, the seller will always give you a price that's high. So you negotiate and then, you know, it goes to normal. Same here. Let's say the actual price should be, I don't know, $80,000 a year. They'll give you $65,000. Then you negotiate. You say, you know what, 90, no less. They say, okay, let's settle at 80, and you say, okay, let's settle at 80. That's it. But if you accept 65, you'll have 65, right? Much less. So always negotiate. They have room for negotiation, so know it. Every company will not give you their final price because they know you wouldn't accept it, so they need to raise it. But if you accept it right away, okay, they make some money, they save some money, so you lose, they win. So always negotiate. Okay, now you accepted it, you negotiated, you got a job. What do you do next? First of all, you take initiatives. Again, you and you, we value you as a new person in our company. We want you to give us ideas, right? Any idea works because your ideas are better than ours because we are exhausted. We do it every day. You have fresh eyes. You have some nice, interesting, cool ideas. You have your own background, right? So give ideas. It's okay. You'll have a lot of rejections. People will tell you this idea sucks, it's bad, it's stupid. Okay, give another idea, another. One idea will work. One day they will say, oh, this is actually brilliant. We should do this. This is amazing. So take initiative. Be accountable. Don't just give ideas. Make sure you will implement that idea. You will make it a reality. Because sometimes, you know, people say, let's do this, let's do that. But they're not willing to actually go and do this. They want other people to do this, right? No, you should do it. That's why we hired you, right? So you do it. Like remember on LinkedIn, you network. Same here, but inside the company. What I did when somebody hires me, at Microsoft for instance, I had a team like 25 people, pretty small team, like close team that reported to me. I would say, hey guys, one-on-one, let's go to lunch. So I take them to lunch, we sit together, just one person, me and this person, and I never talk about work. I just, you know, ask them about their lives, their family maybe a little bit. It's a bit dangerous to go there, but generally about their interests, like something that's very cool, so I know them on the personal level, and they ask me as well. Now, when we go back to work, it's so easy to work with them because I know them. They are kind of almost friends now, right? Every single person, I took them to lunch. So you don't have to do that, but you can build these relationships with every single person in your company, and you'll feel like really easy. Even here at this, what's happening? Even here at this university, right? Make friends with everybody. Don't just be hanging out with your own friend. Make sure you know every single person, because you will become a star in this university. It's going to be so easy for you. You'll love to come here because every single person will know you, right? Just be nice. And how to build those relationships? Be helpful. Help people. The easiest way to be, you know, popular and to be successful. Engagement elements, A&P. Okay. To make sure you succeed when you work, there are three elements: autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Autonomy means independence. So when you work, when I hire you, right, you work. I don't want you to hold your hand and say, hey, you know, this is how we do it, this is blah, blah, blah. I want you to be independent too, because I hired you, you're an expert, right? You do your coding, blah, blah, blah. So do that. Don't bother me as your manager. Because, you know, I'm busy, I got my own stuff, I got a lot of work. So the more autonomy you have, the more independent you are, the more I will value you. If you figure things out by yourself, that's really great. If you can't, that's okay, you can come ask me. But normally, try to figure things out by yourself. So that's autonomy. Mastery, you know, you will never be perfect. Keep learning. Once you finish this university, it doesn't mean you know everything. No. Keep learning. Every day. Find some time. Even if it's 10 minutes, even if it's half an hour. Learn something new. In your profession, in general, in life, keep learning. Most important, you know, you'll not be successful if you stop learning. Even if you are really far from everyone else, like let's say you're some genius, some smart guy, at some point they'll all get to you, reach your level, because you stopped learning, you stopped developing yourself. So always learn, and learn how to learn. This is most important. If you learn how to learn, you'll be unbeatable. You'll always be successful, never have any issues in your life, because you know how to solve problems, how to learn. And last one, this was, you know, autonomy, mastery, and purpose. When you work, you know, especially programmers, right? Coders, engineers. You'll write code, it will get boring. At one point, you'll feel like, all I do is just writing code. And somebody else, some PM guy, some stupid PM guy, always tells me what to write. Well, I can't just choose what I should write the code, right? That's gonna happen, trust me. You will work for others, people will tell you what to do, you'll be like a slave doing what they tell you to do. Boring, right? Terrible. So see the purpose. Why are you writing that code? How are you improving our life? This company, what do they do to make our lives better? If they are successful, if they make money, if they're in demand, their products, the services that they provide with, if they do that successfully, then they do something right. Then they change the world to be a better place, right? Be part of it, understand it. Ask your manager, ask other people in the company, like, how are we changing the world? I'm writing the code, but why? Am I changing somebody's life to be a better place? Am I doing something great for our planet, for animals, for kids, for older people, for disabled people, for any other people? How am I changing the world to be a better place? That's purpose. Okay, autonomy, mastery, purpose. And by the way, I know you got tired a little bit, so good news for you, it's over, I think. Just one word of encouragement. Audrey Hepburn, very cool actress, beautiful girl, a long time ago. Nothing is impossible. Even the word impossible says, I am possible, okay? Believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and you can do it. So everything is possible. And I think this is it. Yeah, if you want to join the Telegram channel, you can. Nothing is happening there, to be honest. I have no time. But eventually, maybe we will do something there. And next one, I think that's it. Yeah, oh, no, it's not it. Cool stuff. Oh, by the way, it's really cool. You'll love it. So first of all, I have prepared a gift. A gift. Okay, so this is, as you see, it says Microsoft right here. So it's unique. It's from Microsoft, from headquarters, from Redmond, where I worked. And this one also says Microsoft. So these are, I switched it off, my bad. Here you go. So brand new stuff and branded stuff. So Microsoft. Somebody will get it tonight, right now, but not that easily. We'll play a game. The game is this. I've talked so much, right? I've talked so long. Oh my God, I think it was like 1 hour or something. Like, I'm tired now. So it's your turn to talk, but not much, don't worry. It's exactly like, wait, when did we start? Like 3, 2, it's like 4 o'clock. Oh my God, it's like 90 minutes. Crazy. I am a chatterbox, I talk too much. But anyway, so we'll play this game. You will tell me the words or phrases that you heard from me right now before, like all these 90 minutes. And the phrase or the word that's most relevant to what I said wins the game. I'll give you an example. Resume, right? Super relevant. LinkedIn, very relevant. Ikigai, right? Cover letter, right? So these four you can't name it, because I said that, so no. Anything else? No problem. The one that I really like, that I think, yes, this person really understood the whole thing, that word or that phrase wins the whole game. Is it clear? Good, right? Go ahead, tell me the words that you heard today. What stayed with you? What do you want to learn? What did you learn today? Ikigai, but I said ikigai. Remember, resume, LinkedIn, ikigai, cover letter. Can't say that. Anything else? Okay, small steps, right? Small steps. 3F. What does 3F stand for? Feed, fire, function. Very good. So combined effort. Feed, fire, function. FFF. Anything else? Smart. Smart goals. What does SMART stand for? Okay. Very good. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. I usually say achievable and retain, but it doesn't matter. They don't. They just switch, but same thing. Smart goals. Very good. Network. Very good. Experience with that Hassan guy, Hassan Beck, right? Smart guy. Then you can't jump, man. You gotta know how to jump, man. Don't play basketball, okay? Play anything else. Don't play. No, I'm just kidding. Good job. You see, you went out here, right? Nobody else did. So kudos to you. Good job that you were brave enough to go. Even you can't jump, you still came here and did this. Very good job. Very good. So you remember this exercise, okay? Always give ideas. When you start working, bring ideas, right, on the table. Very good. Second. Okay, very good. Bing, you just like Google, Bing. I am possible. Very cool. Wave search theory. You remember? Do you remember what it is? What does? Very good. So you first try to find how to find stuff, and then you actually find stuff. Okay. Very good. Very good. CV, I never said the word CV, by the way, because this is how Britons, I hate Brits, you know, Great Britain. How do I do like all this stupid way they talk to, they speak English, like bloody English. So no CV, but resume, yes, America, resume. England, CV, circle vitae. Resume, okay. What is important? Achievements important, oh, that's good.
I know about telling a story on the interview.
Yes, remember story. Tell a story in the interview. Not like I am this, I don't care. But very good. But you did well. Again, brave. You see, you guys are brave. You go for it. Nobody else raised their hand, right? I asked, like, can you tell me about yourself? Everybody's like, I'm no person. I'm so boring that I don't want to even talk about it. Yes.
Negotiate when you get an offer.
Offer. Negotiate the offer. Perfect. Very good. Anything else? They're important, you're not important. Very good. You're important, of course, but they're more important. Very good. Cultural fit. Fit, fire, function. Yes. Okay, I see same people talking. Very good. So you use smart. For those of you who don't talk, you either don't speak English, that's okay. But if you speak English and don't talk, make sure you're more active in your life, because you will not succeed. They will succeed, those who are active. If you're passive, trust me, it's going to be very hard for you in your life. Be more proactive, be more active. Don't be passive. Very important, okay? Especially if somebody was sleeping here, don't sleep, damn it. Okay.
Do something to achieve something.
Do something to achieve something. Good, very good.
Three important things you need to have in order to get a job. Resume, cover list.
Cover letter, resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn profile. Very good. So promise me, guys, those who don't have LinkedIn profile, please promise me, create one, okay? It doesn't need to be perfect. Just like even a few parts of it, that's okay, because you will be there, people can find you now. I want more Uzbeks to be there So in the world, they know that we have really strong IT. That's my mission, actually. Okay? I came here. I'll give you some good news. Maybe I shouldn't, because it's not official. But I'm working with IT Park on something very big, really big, that I will lead. Okay? It's going to be amazing. So make sure you're part of that as well. But you'll hear the news. It's going to be big. Okay. So I think that's enough. Okay, one more.
IT questions.
You have questions? We'll have two IT questions.
There are two IT questions like door, bus stop.
Okay. So brain teasers, right? There were 3 questions, right? 3, yeah. Very good. 7th sister, the goal, blah, 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 bus stop, and then this guardians, right?
And there was a citation that if you say it's impossible or if you say it's possible, both of are possible.
There, you're right in both ways, right? Henry Ford. If you think you can't do it, or if you think you can, you're right. By the way, if you think you can't do it, you're right. Because it's in your mindset. If you limit yourself saying, no, I can't learn C#, it's too hard, you will never learn it. So believe that you can. It's not that hard. Napoleon Hill. Yeah. How to be rich. But yeah, it's like same concept, right? Just believe and you can do it. Okay, who do you think gave me the right answer? It's hard to choose. Let me pick a few people. I know you are very active, you're very active, you're very active, and you're very active. There's one girl there who just left. I just wanted to give her the gift, but no. She just left. I'm kidding. You're very active, and you are very active. And Hassan is like perfect guy. Just perfect. Okay, so I don't know who to give it to. How about we split it to 2 people, okay? 2 people. So you will get this, and you will get this, okay?
Thank you so much.
Applause, guys. All right, and group photo later, and questions. Okay, now if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. Is this okay? If you have no question, that's okay too. You have a question, okay, let's do it. You got a mic, everything. Yeah, microphone, okay. Mic, where's the big mic? Yeah, it's there, it's behind you, the mic, yeah.
Well, actually, I'm following you since months ago on LinkedIn, and you are sending pictures of Uzbek people after some years that created via AI.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I'm actually quite interested in AI, and a week ago, OpenAI company launched their work, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, yes.
And ChatGPT can code instead of coders, and they can fix bugs, they can find your answers. So, question is, should we continue coding?
Very good question, very good. So the question was, recently, so he's following me, thank you so much for following me, very cool. He found, so I shared some stuff, AI stuff, so I used some tools, I generate how Uzbekistan will look in 1,000 years. Beautiful pictures, check it out, my LinkedIn profile, very beautiful. How Uzbek girls will look in, 100 years, beautiful stuff as well. The girls are beautiful, obviously, but also the way they wear some kind of national stuff, Uzbek stuff, but also very futuristic stuff together, cool. And other things, how I will look, how am I looking, like some weird stuff there. The question is that now OpenAI has this chat GPT thing. What it does, first of all, it's text-based, so it answers all the questions. You ask the question, it will answer the question very meaningfully, very smart way, better than most scientists will do, because it has so much massive information that you pick it up and make it unique. But, by the way, it also writes music. It also writes code. Right? And so the question was like, if it writes code, and the code is actually pretty decent, like good quality, why are we studying this crap, like the C#, all these languages, right? We use crap a lot and just cut it like when I... Anyway, so why are we studying this, right? Because, it's not gonna be helpful. I'll give you more information on that. Besides ChatGPT, right? We have GPT-3 in SEO. So in SEO, content is very important, text, right? So GPT-3 is very similar to ChatGPT, that's why it's GPT. It can create 500 articles in 5 seconds. Way better quality than the best humans will write, right? Already, today. Code as well, and everything. And another part of it, there's low code, no code. Have you heard low code, no code? So it's very similar movement when you don't need to learn coding, because there are low-code, no-code platforms right now, where you can basically build stuff like a construction, right? You just put together, I put this box here, then I put this box here. If somebody clicks here, they go here, or if they don't, they go here. So you basically create a logic. You don't need to be a programmer, like anybody, a kid could do it, right? They put it, then they click publish, their website is there, or the app is created, or a game is created, or a software is created. No coding is needed. That's where the world is going. No coding is needed. That's what ChatGPT is going to do. You still need to code. My answer is this. You still need to know how to code. Why? Because you will be better than others to understand all this new technology. AI and math. Use my phone number. I use Google Voice. I moved to Uzbekistan completely, right? I left US forever. But I have my bank accounts, my stocks, I have a lot of stuff there. I sold a lot of stuff, but I still have a lot of stuff. So I use my phone number that's connected to everything, and I use Google Voice. It's free. So now I have my US number, yes. Forever, yes. Yes, I love Uzbekistan. Why would I leave? Plov, like Osh, right? Sonsa, everything is cool. Is this for me? Yeah, thank you. Oh, nice, I love it. Thanks.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
How was DevFest 2022? DevFest.
How was DevFest 2022? It was amazing. I loved it. There were like 4,000 people. 4,000 people. The work they do is really amazing. It's all free for everyone, I think, right? Was it free because I gave it for free. I think it's free. Yeah. And so it's official. It comes from Google Developer Group, GDG. I also did one for Turkmenistan online on Zoom. So one here in Uzbekistan, one in Turkmenistan. And you learn a lot of stuff. You talk to speakers like me. Like there were a lot of one guy from Uber, Darhon Beg. Yeah, you know him? Yeah, I'm meeting him next week. I think we're having coffee. And then there were a lot of really smart people, very cool people. So when you get these events, these guys do it once a year. There are multiple other ones. Please go there. You'll learn a lot of stuff for free. Right? So why not? So it was great. Thanks for asking. Thanks. Okay, any other questions for your future career? Yes, please. Mic, please. So let's wait for the mic. And this mic. Yes, thank you.
When you working in Microsoft, what responsibility do you have? I mean, are you HR manager?
No, I was a principal program manager. Remember PM program? And I also was a head of SEO. SEO, remember, search engine optimization. So I was leading. We had a website. Maybe you know this website. It's called answers.microsoft.com. Answers, if you know it. It has 60 million people coming to the site every month. So that was my site. I was responsible to do SEO for that site. It's a big team there, it's like a lot of people, but that's my responsibility. And I can tell you how I got into Microsoft. It's a funny story. I never wanted to work for Microsoft. I actually don't like Microsoft that much. But I love Windows. Windows is awesome. Very good product. I love it. Yeah, despite all the updates and stuff, it's extremely amazing. It's better than iOS, better than Chrome, better than Android, better than anything. That's why so many people use it, right? And so in every company I worked for, in startups, in other companies, everybody is using Apple, MacBooks. And I'm the only one using PC. And I'm fighting with them every time, like, hey guys, PC is so much better. Why are you using that Apple stuff? And they're like, no, Apple is better because it's more expensive. It's like $2,000 a machine. Yours is like $600, right? Why are you using that? But for me, I'm an SEO guy, search engine optimization. Most software that we use is on PC. We don't have an Apple version. That's why I love PC so much, I love Windows. So I'm tired of arguing with them, explaining them Windows is so much better, so much better. Then I just browse the web, and I found this job that says, we are building a Windows community. Community of all people who use Windows. We need somebody to lead the way. I'm like, damn it, I love it. So I applied. Just sent my resume, my cover letter. In the cover letter, you see, I sent the cover letter. I told them this story. Like, hey, I always fight for Windows. Nobody listens to me. Let me be part of this. I want to build this damn community, make it super popular, and then everybody will start using Windows. We'll get those Apple people out of the picture, right? So they loved it. They invited me over. I passed all the interviews. So they hired me. So that's how I got a job at Microsoft. So easy, right? So if you're passionate about something, look, on Google, on LinkedIn, on these websites. What are the different jobs out there that needs somebody like you, right? Because that's your passion. That's what you like. That's number one. Two, nobody asked me that, but that's very important. At your age, so you graduate, right? You have no experience. You have no projects done, but you need something to put in your resume and your LinkedIn profile. How do you do that? There are 3 ways. Way number 1, do freelancing jobs. You know freelance? Freelance, right? So there's Upwork.com, there's Freelancer.com, there's Guru.com, and multiple others, but these are the 3 biggest ones. Go there, create a project. Like, the people will ask you, like, hey, I need to build this, I need to build that. Bid for those projects, win the project, create it. So this is your project for your resume, for your LinkedIn profile, right? That's number 1. Number 2, it's Uzbekistan, right? It's called Tanish Bilish, right? So you have parents, you have, everybody else, your uncles, your friends. Talk to them. Tell them that, hey, I'm graduating, I know C#, I can do this, this, and that. Can I work for free? I will work for free for your company. Go to your uncle, go to whoever. They will get you because free stuff, nobody will decline free. You work on a project, you will make another project, another one to put in your resume and your LinkedIn profile everywhere. And 3, think about what you're really passionate about. And also, what is the problem that you're experiencing every day? What you don't like in your life? Or you like everything? Is everything perfect? I'm pretty sure it's not, right? There's always something that bothers you. Like, what bothers me? Really terrible. How people drive in Uzbekistan, cars. Crazy. Like, everybody thinks they're immortal, they have second life, they drive like crazy, yet everybody's late everywhere, so that bothers me. So if I figure out some product that will help people drive better, I'll do my great, I'll be happy. So think about some problem that you're experiencing every day. Build a product, an IT product, right? It could be an app, it could be a game, it could be a software, it could be a website. Create it, and that would be in your portfolio as well, in your projects, right? In LinkedIn, on your resume. That's the 3rd way. So freelancing, getting your network to find you a free job, or your own product. You don't have to do it by yourself. Get a team together, let's say 4 of you, come together, think about, okay, let's build this product. Build it. Doesn't need to be perfect. As long as it's there, it's good. First of all, you might not work for anybody anymore because maybe it becomes successful, you become your own business, right? A startup. So I always, when people ask me like, should I work for others or should I work for myself? I always tell them, work for yourself. Because when you work for others, you fulfill somebody else's dream, not your dream. When you work for yourself, you fulfill your own dream. Right? You have a dream, you go for it. Okay, it's very hard, you will fail. In 99.99% of cases, you will fail. But that's okay because this is your lesson. You become much smarter, much better than people who go work for others. So always try at least, do something of your own. Did I answer your question? Yes, thank you. Yes, another one.
As you say, you have a 3 business. One is Russian, two are in America. What kind of business they are?
Okay, good question. So one, in Russia it's called Pulse, Pulse? Pulse survey, Pulse Opros in Russian. So Pulse survey is a software, it's a software as a service that asks employees about how they love working. Every week, that's why it's Pulse. You measure the pulse of your company. So every week I ask you, how happy are you at work from 0 to 10? You, let's say you all work for me, like my company, you all my employees. Every one of you will receive this question. And you answer, you say, maybe 4. Somebody says, oh, I'm so happy, like 9. And so on. I get all the responses right away in 2 days. And then I see that, and I see my average is this, let's say it's 7, right? And then I want to look at that guy, and you're blocking me the way. I want to look at him. Yeah, thank you. So, and you measure your pulse of your company, like the satisfaction level. So if things go down, let's say people say 3, 4, 3, 1, 3, 2, goes down, the average is like 3. And then as a manager, like as a top manager or the owner of the company, I look at this and say, oh, we're in trouble. What's happening? And also I read all the anonymous feedback. Anonymous means I don't know who says what. It's anonymous, right? I don't know, no names, nothing. People say, I hate you because you're a terrible, terrible boss. Okay, feedback, that's good. I know that I'm not doing something right. Or people say, I love you, you're amazing boss, we love working with you, and everything. Thank you. So, the first software is called Pulse Survey. Pretty successful. I started 4 years ago. Now I'm the leader in Russia. If you search for Pulse Survey, employee surveys, blah, 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 on Yandex or on Google, you'll see my website. Most of the results is going to be me. I wrote a book about 350 ways to engage employees, got like 100 articles, me and my team, so it's successful, more or less. And then in America, there's one called Reputation Management Kings. It's basically an SEO company, but it's a little different. One of my customers was First Lady of Guatemala. First Lady means the wife of the president. They are separated, so she became separate, and she said, I will be a president. She decided to become a president of Guatemala. So they hired my agency, Reputation Management Kings, because Reputation.com gave them like $12 million price. Very expensive. I'm not that expensive. So yeah, I worked with them for about 18 months. We couldn't make it. She was second, not first. If she was first, I probably wouldn't be here, but I would be in Guatemala because I knew all her family. You know, it's like, you know, you imagine like you know the president of all the family here. It's very cool, right? Like you can do anything with it. Same thing, that's a very similar country. But no, it didn't happen. But still, I think she has a chance to become the next president of Guatemala. And you know, right now I'm not helping them. You know, I'm busy with other stuff here in Uzbekistan. And the third one is called Favorite Words. It's not profitable. I mean, it's just non-profit kind of company. It's a social network for people who love words. Favoritewords.com, check it out. Okay, thank you. Good questions. Yeah, thank you. All right, that's it? Oh, one more? 3 books? Okay, about the books. So the question is like, what kind of books would you recommend? Like, give me 3. Okay, I wouldn't give you any. I can give you like Drive. At least 3. I can give you like, you know, Drive, Daniel Pink, like other things, but it's not important. I'll give you something more important. Probably the last 7 years or so, maybe more, I don't read books. I'll tell you why. Because books are 5 years late from reality. I read articles. Every day I read like at least 20, maybe 50 articles, a lot of articles on different subjects. You know, SEO, AI, IT, future, psychology, photography, anything that I loved, my interest. The good thing about Google, right, it shows you something that you love based on your interest, based on your searches. So I don't even need to go and search. I just see whatever stream says on different social platforms, LinkedIn, Google, like when you go to google.com, it will show you like all this stuff on your phone though, or not on your desktop. And then Facebook, other things. Instagram, I don't like Instagram that much. I don't use it that much. But for these ones, I get a lot of articles and I read a lot of articles because they are not late, they are up to date. Anything that happens right now, I'll see it on Twitter, on Facebook, on Google, LinkedIn, other places. Then videos, YouTube videos, also not late because they pushed right away. Very, very useful to, instead of reading the whole book, like it will take you like 2 weeks, maybe a month. A video takes you like 3 hours at most, and you get the same information. Because books also, I wrote books, like I wrote 3 books, so I know how it's done. You put a lot of, it's called water, right? Like not real stuff, just for the size, right? Whatever is in the book can be just one article. And they just make it a book to make it, you know, to make money, you know, to publish it, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I'm not really a big fan of books. There are books that are classical. Like if you're in marketing, digital marketing, always read Kotler, like the fundamentals of marketing. If you're in business, read some big business people, you know, Richard Branson, Oleg Tinkov from Russia, very tough. He's got nice 2 books, most recent, very cool ones. Oh, tons of, I don't know, Elon Musk doesn't write books, but whatever he writes on Twitter, read it, because it's smart. The smartest guy today, I think. He's like Albert Einstein of our times, very, very smart guy. So read people who are very noticeable in your area, and just in general. That's all we need. Books are great, especially books that, fundamentals, like overall about programming in general, about technology, about like other things, psychology, philosophy. Yes, read those books. But for your profession, for anything that happens today, they're late, 5 years late in average. So read articles, podcasting. Podcasting is also cool, the podcast. So listen to podcasts, but YouTube videos are amazing. I have a list of some really cool, I know TED, TED Talks, TED. So watch those, very useful. Any subject, there will be a subject matter expert who will tell you the whole thing. You don't need to read like 5 books, they will tell you all in one, like 30 minutes or 20 minutes. All right, cool. So no 3 books. If I have a chance to read a book, it's not going to be non-fiction, it's going to be fiction book. Fiction books? Like, fantasy, this kind of things. So for instance, I like Pierre Bourdache, a French fantasy writer, and the book is, I have no idea how it is in English. Crazy. I think it's like the warriors of silence. That's the name in English. Okay. Any other questions, or are we done? I think it's all. It's good. It's good. No more questions? All right. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Great. Study well. Learn how to learn. Main thing. Okay. Forget everything I said. Just learn how to learn, and you'll be successful. All right. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.